Hi guys and girls, I thought I'd do a video for you about how to do your warm-up sets. So every time we have a major lift, so most pack strength days, we have time to do warm-up sets. Often I'll see you sort of second guessing yourself what sets you should do to get up to your working sets. So first of all, why do we do working sets? Why do we do warm-up sets? So we do warm-up sets for a couple of reasons. One is to warm up the muscular system. Two is to get the nervous system ready. So thinking of those two mechanisms of the reasons why we do those warm-up sets and we don't just jump to your top set, to warm up the muscular system, we need to do a couple of reps. We need some blood flow through those major muscles. So that will be done predominantly in the mobility activation, but then also in the first set, the first warm-up set, where we will regularly do higher reps. So those higher reps are to get the blood flowing. The following sets from there are not to warm up the muscular system anymore, but more to get the nervous system ready. So what we don't want when we get to our working sets is for our brain to go, shit, this is heavy. As soon as we have that thought, then the rest of the set is going to be very difficult. If we do nice even increases of warm-up sets up to our working sets, then it's not going to be a shock once we get to our working set weight. So with that understanding now, what weights do we do for our warm-up sets? So I'm going to give you an example. Okay, the best example, we'll do, let's do a 50 kilo working set example and then maybe a 100 kilo working set example. So a couple of principles in our warm-up sets is we can do bigger jumps, bigger increases at the beginning and smaller increases as we go. So if your working sets are 50 kilos and you've only got 2 working sets, what we might do is we might do a set at 30 kilos. So you're essentially going from a 30 kilo jump, and that's the set where we'll do higher reps for the muscular system. And then our second set might be a 10 kilo jump to 40 kilos. That means we've only got 10 kilo jump again, so the same increase to get to our working set, so it's not going to be too much of a shock. If we had time for 3 warm-up sets there, what I would suggest would be 30 kilos, so you do a 30 kilo jump, and then 40 kilos, so a 10 kilo jump, and then a 5 kilo jump, which will take us up to 45 kilos, and only 5 kilos left to get to our working set, so it's not going to be much of a shock at all once we get to our working set. If we're at 100 kilos, we might need to make sure that we're probably getting 3 warm-up sets, or depending on the exercise. So if you're at 100 kilos, as a minimum, you might start at 60 kilos. So you're essentially jumping 60 kilos up from 0, and then you might go to 80 kilos, so a 20 kilo jump, and then you might go straight to 100, another 20 kilo jump, so it's not too much of a shock. Or if you've got time for that third set, then I'll do 90 kilos as a third set. So you're going 60 kilo jump, 20 kilo jump, 10 kilo jump, 10 kilo jump to get to your working set. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight. So basically that first set is a set that should feel very light, normally around about 50% or 40% of your 1RM. And then making increases from there, making sure that your last warm-up set isn't a big jump to get to your working set. So hopefully that makes sense. Shoot me through any questions if you have any.